Harborside Park wasn't on the agenda for the Chula Vista City Council meeting last month, but it was on residents' minds.
It is amazing how much improvement on these parks when you all close Harborside Park. Did you forget about the people on the west side?
So first and foremost,
The City Council was meeting to discuss working with an LA construction company to explore some future park sites. But several residents took the podium to point out that a lot of people are also waiting for updates on the parks that already exist. West Chula Vista, they said, hasn't been getting much attention.
It's not really fair for east side to get all these high quality parks. Everybody read attachments and see what they have. They have pickleballs, they have structure for tennis courts, they have basketball, they have everything you want. And what do you put in the west side? Nothing, zero.
The City Council made the controversial decision to close Harborside Park more than a year ago. They want to explore leasing or selling the land. But that decision has reignited a debate over the unequal way that parks are distributed across Chula Vista. The divide is between the newer, wealthier side of the city, East Chula Vista, and the older side, West Chula Vista, where there's less new development and more working-class neighborhoods. When you look at a map, the west side is mostly gray, but East Chula Vista is covered in patches of green. In 2021, the east side had almost 3.5 times more park space than the west side, according to data from the city.
There's a lot of research that shows that poorer neighborhoods have less access to safe parks.
Elva Arredondo is a professor at San Diego State University. She says that parks have a lot of benefits for people who live nearby, and not having access to them is a problem.
They may not have features that would make it easy for families to come and bring their kids, or they may have broken, pathways. They may not have the greenery, or there may be lack of lighting or open space, for people to sort of feel safe.
That's not to say that West Chula Vista doesn't have nice parks. Alondra Padilla says she comes to visit Hilltop Park every day. It has a beautiful, sweeping grass field with play structures, a gazebo, and a trickling river. Her son, Mateo, is autistic and loves the smell of the eucalyptus trees. She says the park relaxes him.
So this relax for my autistic boy. Yeah, when we walk a little more there, my kids start to laughing. Yeah, so that's the reason we love to come in here.
But even still, Padilla says she also wants to see more parks on the west side. Because of Mateo's autism, it helps to move from park to park during the day.
Sometimes when the park have a lot of kids, we have to quit to go because my kid can start to scream like today. So we have to go to another park or change the activity.
The city says it's a hard problem to solve. Lots of West Chula Vista was built before there were requirements to have certain amounts of park space. Newer building codes also require developers to fund new parkland as part of their projects, which means more parks in East Chula Vista, where most of the new construction is happening. But city leaders say they're working on ways to bring more parks to the west side of the city.
We will now move on to item 5.9. Madam Clerk, who pulled this item?
At that same meeting last month, the City Council voted to explore several future park sites. Here's Mayor John McCann.
As we know, I think many of the speakers talked about the west side of Chula Vista, west of 805, has a park deficit. And we need to be able to find ways to be able to build new parks.
That proposal, he said, could open the door for at least one new park on the west side. Kori Suzuki, KPBS News.